I'm here to talk about politics, race, class, siege, all these things on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Also, the day of the inauguration of Mr. Obama. See, I chose the title Power and Oppression because what we have centrally to think about, to deal with, is the oppression of the masses by a small amount of people. You see, it's time to get beyond the excuses we hear that change can't come because Mr. Obama is pigeonholed by a Congress that does not hold his views. Let's get beyond that. Because if we aren't challenging him to do what he said he was going to do, to be true to what he said on paper, then we've got to do something about it. It's time. Black intellectual elites talking about our plight as average everyday people and yet not getting it done. So, what can you and I do? What can we do to challenge the system? See, I have a bachelor's degree in sociology. I'm working on a master's degree in sociology. I don't belong to the upper crust yet. And as you can see, my bully pulpit begins here, way ahead of my time. Because I think what's important is this war on minds. That's what's at stake here for ourselves and our children and those to come after us. We're liberating minds by pointing to our struggle. It's not about reducing politics to a donkey and an elephant, although that sort of game, that political theater, has you choosing between ideological products that don't paint the picture that you live with. If you live in the slums and there's gun violence on a massive scale, but your president only speaks to gun violence that occurs in areas of affluence. Black and browns die every day from weapons of mass destruction, the bullet and the gun. We don't get a congressional hearing. Oh, but again, it's the Congress that doesn't want to have that discussion. Okay, so we have our own discussions now. Workers are exploited. Since the 1970s, productivity has been linearly increasing, while wages have stifled and are at the same rates since 1970s. It's 2013, and we don't make a cent more than we made back then. Yet we carry debt equal to the amount of money made in profits that boards of directors hold in their hands. You and I, hard work. What's with that? While we're constantly exploited by images of the wealthy, symbolically, things that we want to aspire to, we hold desire to be like that, to drive a Gulfstream 4 in the sky, to hold massive amounts of money, while the rest of us suffer and die every day. Rappers talk about diamonds and jewelry, and we know the results of which in Sierra Leone, Africa. Children with missing limbs. But that message is not distributed when you're watching your favorite rapper throw his hands around and talk about all the money he has. And yet, black intellectuals love to lecture me and you about, well, we didn't come from wealth, so when we got wealth, we just went crazy. Okay, you know what? I'm talking to the rest of you intellectuals out there of all colors, ages, creeds, whatever, who want to challenge that message, who say injustice anywhere is what? Injustice everywhere. Time to take back that power for ourselves. A diamond necklace does not represent who I am. However, that is the mental shackles placed on the masses to believe that you amount to what you provide in evidence to obtain your good name. Keeping up with the Joneses. Anytime a radical person steps into the light to share their piece, they are critiqued viciously by political engines that seem to want to sweep our critiques under the rug for soft, hackneyed, overused garbage language that does not speak to the truths that we live every day. People like Will Smith and Bill Cosby saying, okay, no more excuses, we have a black man in office. While they speak from their ivory towers, let's talk about what we live every day. When the median wealth gap between whites in this country and blacks in this country is $160,000 to $9,000, there's a problem. See, we have different starting points. We play the game by the rules, but there's different starting points. And some of you wanted affirmative action to leave because, you're so uppity that you feel like, oh, I want my child or myself to get in there on their good name and not because they're black. We have different starting points. Whites used affirmative action in the past, in the days of FDR with the New Deal. Two-tiered housing policy, blacks in projects, whites in the suburbs. GI Bill, that Mr. Obama likes to talk about, didn't help black people. Helped white people go to college on record scale. So let's talk about power in true language, uninhibited by swaying, by spin. This is a message that not even Bill O'Reilly is ready for. Because I'm giving it to you unadulterated. See, this is a mind battle, as I said before. So we have to constantly challenge that prestigious imagery that goes to exploit our minds, that keeps us disconnected and alienated from ourselves, from each other, from our labor, such that we create these products from the raw materials, and we can't take these products home without cuffs being placed on us. And that engine can then turn those products out for profit and pay us a wage that doesn't meet the standards of today. Food stamps increasing. Prices of gas still going up. When does it stop? 99%ers movement trying but failing because they don't know what to do from here. You ask them, what do you want in place of capitalism? We want to control our own labor. We don't need boards of directors. We can do this on our own. Plenty of intellectuals of everyday people talking about this, of all stripes. Not portrayed in the media. We know about the size of Kim Kardashian's butt. We know about she's pregnant. We can tell you about people we don't live near, but we don't know the names of our 5 closest neighbors, usually. Backwards. So it's time to change. Challenge this video. Write me. Whatever. But get thinking. Get into action. From there. This is not just a day, like Michelle Obama said, to volunteer. It's a day to think critically and challenge our power structures. When your president only raises taxes by 4% on the wealthy, when in the days of FDR, it was over 90%. There is an imbalance there. We're using feathers in places of swords. We have to draw upon the knowledge of the conditions that you and I live in. Whether you have four walls around you or you live in a box. Don't be swayed. Think. You know what you live. But yet charismatic figures come and exploit your mind and tell you, you want to live like me, so this is how you do it. And you forego the conditions that you live in for that garbage. No more. It's time to take back the power. I've been on my game. What are you doing?